Weighing in at an incredible 10 to 30 kilograms each, the jackfruit is the largest tree-borne fruit on Earth. To support that kind of extreme weight, the plant relies on a biological adaptation called cauliflory. Instead of hanging from fragile branches at the edges of the canopy, these heavy fruits emerge directly from the rough bark of the main trunk. If you look at global conservation metrics, organizations like the IUCN classify the jackfruit tree as a species of least concern. There is an abundant supply of them growing throughout the tropics. But if you travel to Sri Lanka and try to cut one down, you are breaking the law. Under the 1985 Felling of Trees Control Act, removing a jackfruit tree requires special, explicit permission from the state. The government goes to these lengths to protect a globally abundant plant, because for generations of Sri Lankans, this tree has acted as a national insurance policy against starvation. Locally, it is known as the tree of life. The fruit is highly useful long before it fully matures. In its young, unripened stage, called polos, it has a dense, fibrous structure. This makes it a popular meat substitute in South Asian curries. Give it a little more time on the trunk, and its internal biology shifts. The flesh packs tightly with carbohydrates, turning what was essentially a vegetable into a calorie-dense staple crop. That density became crucial during World War II. Global supply chains broke down, leaving Sri Lanka facing severe food shortages and the threat of famine. To secure the food supply, a local philanthropist named Arthur V. Dias launched a massive nationwide planting campaign. His goal was to replace the missing imports of rice with jackfruit carbohydrates. He became so successful at it that locals affectionately named him Kos Malor, or Uncle Jackfruit. Villagers utilized an indigenous preservation technology called welikos to stockpile the massive surpluses. By boiling the fruit and burying it in sand, they could safely store their high-calorie food supply for years without it rotting. Thanks to its ability to yield storable carbohydrates year after year, locals gave it a new moniker, the rice tree. Dias's strategic cultivation campaign proved that a single botanical species could stave off an acute national food crisis. If left on the trunk to fully ripen, the fruit enters its final stage. The starches convert to sugar, creating a rich dessert classified by locals into two specific types, the soft, sweet wella and the firm, crunchy waraka. But the calories in the fruit are only a fraction of the plant's total biological output. The broad, thick leaves are continuously harvested and fed to local livestock as highly nutritious fodder. When the tree eventually reaches the end of its lifespan, its timber provides immense structural value. As the wood ages, it turns a golden brown and develops a natural resistance to termites, making it highly prized for beams, doors, and window frames. That durable timber also possesses unique acoustic properties. Because the wood holds high tension and resonates clearly, regional craftsmen rely on it heavily to carve the bodies of traditional percussion instruments, like the daula and dudeki. Even the offcuts are never wasted. When boiled in hot water, the core heartwood releases a distinct natural dye that has historically been used to color the robes of Buddhist monks. This animated diagram outlines the tree's complete biological economy. From the fruit and leaves to the timber and heartwood, every single part of the jackfruit tree provides a continuous supply chain of resources, with absolutely zero waste. Half a world away, however, this exact same biology causes severe problems. In the 19th century, the jackfruit tree was artificially introduced to Brazil's Tijuca forest. Without its natural ecological checks, the tree grew aggressively. Its massive, sugar-rich fruits dropped directly onto the forest floor, supercharging the local marmoset and coati populations, which in turn hunted and threatened native bird species. The situation became so severe that park authorities had to step in. Between 2002 and 2007, they systematically cut down over 55,000 jackfruit trees just to protect the local ecosystem. While it was being eradicated in Brazil, the same tree remained deeply revered in its native habitat. In Tamil Nadu, it is celebrated as an auspicious fruit, and in Sri Lanka, it continues to be central to cultural fertility rituals. The jackfruit is a botanical powerhouse that produces extreme amounts of calories and highly durable materials. Dropped into the wrong ecosystem, it acts as a destructive invader. But cultivated in its native context, it provided the exact resources an entire civilization needed to survive.